Hello, my name is Matt Botter, and this video message is for the Boy Scout Troop 2016. Rob asked me to give you guys a brief description of some of the work that I've done in the past, some of the humanitarian work that I've done in the past, and I can understand how as Boy Scouts this is something that could be of interest to you and your ideals of service. So I think what I'll talk about is what I did after I left the humanitarian relief space. So humanitarian relief is when you're going out into what we call the field and doing field missions in places like I did a field mission in Burundi. That was my first. I did one in South Sudan during the war, in Burundi during the genocide, in South Sudan during the war, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and in Malawi. And all of those humanitarian relief missions were about helping people and populations, large populations that were in really difficult situations. So after working for many years in that space and getting some experience in how those kinds of things worked, I decided with some friends and colleagues of mine to start another organization. And the idea was that we could help from the outside support the different humanitarian relief organizations in the work that they were doing. And if you looked at this then from, sort of 40,000 feet above, you could tell that the humanitarian relief organizations, they were very good at figuring out who needed water, figuring out who needed food, who needed supplies, who needed medicine. So the technical part of the work, but they weren't very good at some of the more operational parts of the work, particularly in the operational supply chain. So what we did is we set up an organization that was entirely focused on developing and providing operational and supply chain services to humanitarian organizations. And we did that in Africa. We ran that as a nonprofit, so we didn't pull money out of the business. And we supported something like 125 different organizations in 12 different countries over a period of time. We did everything from training them in how to do better operations themselves to actually taking on board the responsibility for the different operations that they had. It was a wonderful project, and I hope this is of some use to you guys as you're thinking of different means of service. Take care to you all. Cheers.